Good morning and a warm welcome to you wherever you're joining us from around the world. This is Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igubike.
And I'm Choma Okohe.
All right, in a bit, we'll be going straight to our newspaper headlines to see all that we have for you this morning. And right after that, in a jiffy, would be our main conversation also for today. While we get everything all sorted out for you, please do well to be part of our community. Have a say in what we say. You can always find and reach us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may like, comment respectfully, that is, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7 with us to do good to all that we have. Newspaper headlines and, if possible, main conversation is Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, Barrister Law and Public Affairs Analyst. Good morning and welcome, Barrister.
Good morning, Varsity.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much for your time. Now let's kick start today with the front. With first daily we have on our desk the Daily Trust newspaper. And on the top strip here, Tinubu world leaders congratulate Trump on election victory.
22 miners feared dead as pit collapses in Adamawa State.
And also, discos hike prices of meters yet again.
Okay, moving into the tax reform. President should unite, not divide Nigeria, coming from the Bauchi governor.
And also, still on the end, bad governance protest, Bono miners still in custody, and that's coming from a defense lawyer.
Okay, moving on. You see the picture of the late Lagbaja and on Lagbaja's death. Top generals for redeployment. We have about 3 riders to that particular story. Tinubu Akpabio governors mourn. FEC meeting postponed indefinitely. National flag to fly at half-mast for 7 days.
But let's get to our big story here. Bandits abduct over 50 people in Zamfara. We have 3 riders also. Place 150 million naira levy on residents. Kill 10 farmers in Niger. We are working hard to tackle a problem that's coming from the government. Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. This is becoming more like a cliche, isn't it?
It's becoming a normal affair in our country. Insecurity and the banditry reigning supreme wherever they are. People are now being paying taxes and royalty to
Bandits.
bandits and criminals. Yet our government are denying the fact that look, these people are making waves. And that is one of the reasons why we're not getting it right. When you don't tell the truth, when you don't tell yourself the truth, when you don't, you won't be able to find solution to the problem. So you must first of all agree or admit that you are failing in a particular area. When you admit in that, you'll be able to find solution. Our government is failing in providing security. Security has become something that appears to have gone beyond the reach of our leaders, those in charge. It appears they have no solution to the problem. It appears they don't know what to do about it any longer. And it appears a lot of things are playing out along it. You see, sometimes when we talk about this insecurity of a thing, particularly in the north, when you hear certain information or certain news, you would think there's no way this will go because of, there's an allegation against a former governor of I think it's the current minister of defense.
Defense.
It's from Sokoto.
Sokoto,
I can't remember the state. That where he was in government, he was romancing with the people. So how do you expect somebody that in engaged to find solution romancing with people who are supposed to put to bear? And the same person is still in charge of our defense minister. So how do you find solution to that kind of problem? You in Yoruba you say you have allow rats to be your security to watch your meat. I assure you that some of those meat will be missing, and then they won't get solution to the problem you are looking for. So when you allow people who have an interest in what is causing the problem to be able to say, go and look for solution for us, it will not work. Because some of them are using it as a political interest. If you go back to the history of even the Boko Haram that aside this major insecurity that we are having today, what happened to it? Political interest.
Okay, now talking about
Political interest, because we are told that the man that was killed, Yusuf, he was asked to recruit boys that will protect or serve as a security or vigilante, what we call it vigilante or something to that extent in the state, and they become something else.
Thank you, Baktatunji. Now, talking about the solution, picking those who are supposed to answer the questions and telling them to prefer solutions. Now, what is the best way out of this? If we say, okay, the person who is now the Minister of Defense was rumored to have been in charge and romance with those who are causing this banditry issue. So, what is the best way for Nigerians at this point? What is the best way for the new COAS to take charge and do the right thing so that security can return back to the country?
Unfortunately, the new
The co-op.
Chief of Army Staff, yeah.
Army staff has no power to even on top of the minister we're talking about. He has no, he cannot control him, cannot direct him. But if you are in a country where people don't even look at face, you don't see anybody, you always see your job and you see what you are doing. People who are behind it will have been exposed. But because we are in a country where once you have you are investigating an issue or you are even in charge, you're trying to find solution to that issue. And at the point you realize that this thing I'm trying to do, these are the people behind it. Sometimes they will just relax or even go behind the scene and say, this is what I've seen, all the way they settle it, and that will be all. So until we have a system whereby nobody will be above the law, everything will be done in line with the law, and the situation whereby the politics will not be the consideration for everything. If we're in a country where things work ways to work, the Minister of Defense should not be in position where he's not even as a defense, in any ministry position. Because I think he was appointed as a minister. There are allegations against him, allegations of corruption that he was being looked for by EFCC.
So do we hold the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu responsible?
For any insecurity in Nigeria, he's number one man to be responsible. He's the commander-in-chief of armed forces, and he's the number one chief security officer of the state. So,
but most importantly, for appointing someone that has cases against,
whether appointment or for any insecurity, for whatever we are seeing there, whether for it's because of the person that is in charge, because of the lack of machinery. Sorry, when I say machinery, facility, I'm talking about the equipment now. Like for lack of this and that, whatever that is the problem that we're talking about in this security, Mr. President is the first man to be held responsible because he is the commander-in-chief of armed forces, and the box stops on
his text.
If we are winning this war of security, the president will be the one to get the what's it called, the accolade.
Yeah,
he will be praised for doing well. So if we are getting the other side, the president should be the one to bear the consequences. I know some people will say, so what about people who are president? What about people who have been given jobs that are not doing their job? Who's supposed to fire them? They are not doing it. Is it not the president too? Everything will sit back, go back to the president, because I know people will say that. So the president can be everywhere. He cannot be everywhere, and that's why he has the power. He's given the power to appoint people to help him do his job. So if you appoint people to help you do your job and they are not bringing results or you are not seeing results, what do? You fire them.
Thank you so
fire
much.
anybody.
No, we're not, of
Thank
course,
you.
politically motivated, if you ask me. But let's go to the Guardian newspaper. We have the big story here. U.S. decides to lower expectations. Optimism heralds Trump's second coming.
Okay, moving on. The federal government calls for peace over Akwa Ibom border dispute. Details are on page 7.
And also we have an interesting one here. Federal government blames frequent grid collapse on DISCO's inability to off-take electricity.
Okay, moving on. Flood sacks rivers and Anambra communities.
All right, so we locally have Naira remains volatile despite the current account surplus, rising forex inflows.
Okay, moving on. Still on the Guardian newspaper, Obasanjo, Jonathan Tambowal, others, Lord Obaseki's 8 years in office. Details are still on page 7.
All right, Bandits, so let's take a look at this issue. Of course, it's just before us. Someone, satirically said, I think it's time we need to maybe get bamboo to hold our national grid, so we can stop it from collapsing every other day. But it's just a very funny one, actually. But the federal government blames a frequent grid collapse on DISCO inability to off-take electricity. Do you think we should take that and run with it?
I cannot. Let them admit that what they have said is correct. Who's to hold to them responsible? Who's the supervisor? Who's the one in charge to ensure that this is not up, or to ask them question and issue appropriate sanction where
necessary.
So it's like saying we are used to that in this country, where people will be given responsibility Rather than provide solution for that responsibility, will give you the excuses of the reason why he was appointed. In other words, he was appointed to go and do this because of social things happening there. When he get there, the same thing that you are complaining why he was given that responsibility is what he'll be telling you that I've not been able to do this because of this or this and that. And that is the main reason why you are asked to go there. So if you you say discos or whatever, we have contracts. We have hold them responsible. Impose proper appropriate sanctions. And do proper supervision. And if it's because people are supposed to supervise and not supervising very well, you take appropriate sanction against them too. So I don't buy the idea of people coming to government offices and they start telling us the problem rather than the solution. They are there to provide solutions. If you know, thank God, they now know that what was the excuse now? That is the excuse why
Yeah, that's the off-take refusal. Yeah.
What are they doing about it? What measures what are they put in place to ensure that that will not repeat itself again? So it's not for us to just come out and start talking about exactly the government. We can be saying that we can be saying, we can be asking questions or raising a problem. The solution is from those in government. Those in government should not be telling us the problem that is in it. They should be telling us the solution they are providing to solve it.
All right. Just before we leave, Vanguard, we have this story here, just on the top strip there. Don't allow Dangote take over energy sector. All marketers tell court. But Tunji Abdul Hamid, it seems to us there's becoming an infighting in this issue. Marketers against the Dangote refinery.
And that statement came out from the response of those people from the case filed by Dangote. If you are aware, Dangote has filed a case in court relying on sections 317, subsection 8 and 9 of the Petroleum Industrial Act. That is asking the court to restrain any other to restrain the regulators from issuing license or even revoke the one that has been issued to some of these marketers from importing fuel. Because this is so you see. Dangote maybe to an extent. If you look at the law, he may have a case.
Really?
He may not have a case. It depends. The court. But I say because yes, now you're not getting the point. You see, this is the problem I have in this country, and that's why you see the issue of tax bill that's on now. People are making comments. People are criticizing people who are raising issues, saying they will not buy. You are not allowing people to drink beer. You say it is not. No, this is the problem we have in this country. When a bill is to be passed, there's a difference between when I say this bill is good, this is the intention of the bill, and the content inside that bill itself.
Okay.
People they just don't look at the content of the bill, they don't look at what they tell you. This bill is to solve this problem. Just like what we are deceived by those we call experts. When the PIB was to be passed, they said, oh, the PIB, yes, you may have good intention, you may have proposed good things, but when it's being passed, so many things will have gone wrong. Things might have been removed and put. So for you to even know whether a bill is good or to become law or not, you must first of all read the content. I'm very sure most of the people who are presenting the northern leaders and whatever on the task and their position on the task bill now have not gone through that bill. For them to even know what they are relying on is that they say this bill will harmonize the entire tax in the country and give us good tax system. Have you gone through the content? So when we don't go through the content of the law, when the problem comes, that will now realize the problem. What I'm driving at is that Section 317, though not totally in support of the Dangote, but at least to an extent, he has a grant to say this is what I'm relying on. What of this section says? Section says no license can only be given to a business anyone who has active refinery in the country. Today, we are talking about active refinery. Private who has that? Dangote. But the only solution and the only way out I can see here is that they also say all companies with proven track record in petroleum trading. So based on that, probably the court can say other people can get. But assuming that was not part of it, would Dangote not be right?
Yeah, but it's part of it.
So the government has gone to court for the interpretation of that section. And that section also say, look, you can only give people license to import when the refinery on brand, those is not enough. It's not covering the supply,
which has proven equally to be so.
Which Dangote is saying that he has enough quality. Let's even not look at that. We have the NNPC is causing all this problem. What are they doing with our own refinery? If you have a level refinery in the country with the issue of well, so for me, if care is not taken and we don't look at our law very well before being passed, we will find ourselves in the situation whereby when we like rushing people to pass the law, the National Assembly will have to assign them. They are delaying. I remember when the PID was before the National Assembly, Saraki, His Excellency was a one when they were asking questions regarding the bill. People say they are delaying us. They are one causing the problem in this oil industry. If they are passing this bill now, all the problem in the building industry, the oil industry will have gone. That is it. Today, the bill has been passed. We are seeing a lot of errors in the bill. So so it was no. I'm not trying to use this one to say, look, whenever a bill is sent to the National Assembly, the intention of the bill is not enough to say the bill should go through.
Okay.
People must look at it. People must raise concern. People must criticize it. That's why we want to get good law. So for me, Dangote have a grant that is trying to rely on under the law. Whether the grant is right or not, that will be the matter for the court to determine. Then you have the section under the law. I have said it, section 317, 7, 8, and 9 of the Petroleum Industrial Act. That is the section is relied on to say before the advantages are given to them, or don't give them a license. This is an infringement of the provision of the Constitution. So whether that is right or wrong, the court will determine.
Thank you so much, Pastor Tunji.
All right, while we wait for the court to decide, that is just about the size of our package today. Love to say thank you to you. Most importantly,
Thank you.
Pastor Tunji Abdulhamid.
Pastor Tunji, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
When we return, several persons failed killed as bomb blast rocks major markets in Nigerian southeastern Imo State. Stay with us. We'll be right back shortly.